Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blockchain Bingo Popular Science channel. If you're someone interested in blockchain, you've probably heard about the concept of Bitcoin inscription has been on fire. Bitcoin inscription is hailed as the NFT of Bitcoin, possessing unique attributes. Currently, over 10 million have been minted. According to Dune, on November 12, users paid fees for inscriptions amounted to an impressive $500,000. You must be curious, what exactly is a Bitcoin inscription, and does it hold investment value akin to NFTs? We searched for keywords related to Bitcoin inscription, only to find a lack of in-depth yet easily understandable educational videos online. So, we've created this video to comprehensively answer your questions. If you're eager to learn more, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Some people claim that Bitcoin inscription is essentially the NFT of Bitcoin, but of course, there are distinctions between the two. In this video, we'll start by delving into some of the terms associated with Bitcoin inscriptions. Let's dive into: what is Bitcoin inscription? What is ordinal number? What was the first ordinal inscription? What is a Bitcoin inscription? Bitcoin inscription, also known as Bitcoin Ordinal Inscription, refer to metadata added or engraved onto Bitcoin satoshis, sats. The metadata can include additional information attached to transactions. The inscriptions are securely stored on the Bitcoin blockchain, the public ledger of all Bitcoin transactions, forming digital artifacts on the Bitcoin blockchain. Satoshi is the smallest unit of Bitcoin. 1 Satoshi equals 0.00000001 BTC, and they can be endowed with meaning and a unique identity through ordinal numbers and inscriptions. So, what is an ordinal number? An ordinal number is a numerical designation assigned to elements in a list, indicating their position, such as first, second, third, and so forth. In Bitcoin, ordinals serve as identifiers/sequence numbers for each Satoshi, constituting a numbering scheme for Satoshis, allowing the tracking and transfer of individual Satoshis. It is the atomic unit of each Bitcoin, assigned in the order in which the Satoshis are mined, providing a unique position for each Satoshi within the whole. As each Bitcoin is composed of 100 million Satoshis, the circulating Bitcoins amount to 19.1 million, equivalent to approximately 2 trillion sats in total. Through ordinal numbers, we can estimate the position of a Satoshi. For instance, a Satoshi with the ordinal number of 10 trillion would roughly be in the middle of the total Bitcoin supply. So, what is an inscription? Traditionally defined, an inscription refers to the content, such as text, engraved on an object, such as stones, coins, inscriptions, and so forth. In Bitcoin terms, an inscription is a piece of metadata engraved onto a Satoshi, and it involves the process of writing data onto the blockchain through the witness part of a Bitcoin transaction. Inscriptions allow arbitrary content to be engraved onto Satoshis, creating unique digital artifacts that can be stored in a Bitcoin wallet and transferred through Bitcoin transactions. These inscriptions do not require sidechains or separate tokens. Inscriptions can be text, images, videos, and more. For example, here the image displays the inscription of a Satoshi with the ordinal number 1165647477582512, which is a JPEG file of a small dog, totaling 15,426 bytes. This particular Satoshi was mined in 2013, and the metadata was written in 2023. This implies that the Satoshi is one among the other 1 million Satoshis. Now, it becomes one of the first batch of Satoshis engraved with a photo, setting it apart from others and adding value to it. Although Satoshi Nakamoto himself does not have inherent inscriptions, additional data such as comments, information, or assets can be freely added to transactions involving Satoshi Nakamoto. This is the significance of inscriptions. As long as the limitations on block size are met, inscriptions can contain any information the sender wishes to append to a transaction. The origin of Bitcoin ordinal inscriptions. In 2014, the OP_return function was introduced, allowing miners to write arbitrary data of 80 bytes on each Bitcoin. This data is considered arbitrary because it is not a function of the unspent transaction output, UTXO, set. Therefore, Bitcoin nodes do not need to store it. Inscriptions have been used for transaction explanations, e.g., payment for X service, or other purposes. For example, in one transaction, the OP_return data contains the lyrics of a Rick Astley song. The creator of ordinal inscriptions, Casey Rod Armour, discovered a vulnerability in the 2021 Taproot upgrade and the OP_return function. This vulnerability allows users to write any type of data, including audio, images, PDFs, videos, applications, games, etc., on their coins. However, ordinal inscriptions are constrained by the block space allocation for each Satoshi, limiting the size to approximately 4 megabytes per Satoshi. Therefore, uploading large files requires fragmentation. Ordinal inscriptions can be used for various purposes, such as providing context information, payment references, or invoice numbers in transactions, conveying messages to recipients, or attaching files or documents as NFTs to transactions. What was the first ordinal inscription? The first ordinal inscription, i.e., Inscription 0, was minted by Casey Rodarmer on December 14, 2022, on the Bitcoin blockchain. Rodarmer's inaugural inscription is a tiny pixel art of a black skull with a white mark. It pays homage to the first block mined on Bitcoin, the Genesis block. In summary, Bitcoin inscriptions are directly embedded into individual Satoshis and stored in the Bitcoin blockchain. Therefore, Bitcoin inscriptions inherit the security, immutability, and permanence of Bitcoin itself. After delving into the significance of Bitcoin ordinal inscription, stay tuned for the next video where we will explain how to generate Bitcoin inscription, trade them, and explore the differences between Bitcoin inscriptions and NFTs. This is the Blockchain Bingo educational channel. Thank you for watching this episode on Bitcoin Inscription, Part 1. See you in the next episode.